surgery peeps. It is I, Maggie, back again. Sorry I'm a few days late. I had every intention of doing a video on Sunday night because that was roughly when I do them. Sometimes Friday, sometimes Saturday, sometimes Sunday. And it was also my 5-month surgiversary. So I figured that was a momentous day. Only trouble with that was I binged on Sunday. This is not the first time you've heard me tell you this stuff, is it, people? I was doing really, really well, but my darling husband Michael had been to the movies, and I was having this, and I'm saying I did really well because I had done water yoga that day, went on our 3-mile walk. I was working and just feeling good. I had been low carbing, I'd had all my water, had my protein. It had all the earmarks of a really great day in the life of sleeved Meggie. Then when my husband got home, I heard this rustling sound that I can only describe as the sound of popcorn. I knew he'd been to the movies. We've made this agreement that he will not bring the popcorn home, or if he does, he'll hide it. Well, he didn't do that. I could hear the rustle of the bag. I knew he was trying to decide whether to bring it in or not. I have decided to put it down, and I wanted it. We kind of have a thing going where it just doesn't work for him to be my food police. You know what I'm talking about. There's just, you know, when you get it in your mind you're going to do something, whatever it is, you don't need someone else saying, do you really want to do that? Or, no, I don't think you should do that. It doesn't work with me. I doubt if it works for you either. So I made an appreciable dent in that enormous bag of popcorn. I mean, you know the issue here, people. My son works at the movie theater, so when Michael was there, he didn't just get popcorn. He got a plastic grocery bag stuffed to the brim of buttered popcorn and brought, you know, the bulk of it home again to moi. So I did a healthy dent in that popcorn in that mindless way that only binging can be. And before I was done, I had my husband, my hapless, sweet, means really well husband out there buying me some M&Ms too, because my friend Nina knows that popcorn and M&Ms go way back. They loom large in my legend, and what is one without the other? So I had some of them too, and then by the end of the day, I was so full of self-loathing, guilt, shame, anger, and popcorn that I did not want to make a video. And it was really interesting. I think maybe I probably get a lot out of my binging, besides just the wonderful food, the opportunity to just say to hell with it and have the carbs anyway. I get a lot of mental growth from it, because this particular time I found I was like really mad, and I was mad at the weight loss surgery community. I was mad. I did not want to go to the wonderful Facebook pages. There are 3 that I adore where I get lots of support. I didn't want to go there and talk about it because I knew what they would say. They would say what I always say when somebody comes to talk about a problem they're having. They would say, forgive yourself and move on. And I didn't want to hear it. In fact, it was going to make me filled with murderous rage if anybody said anything of the sort to me. And I'm trying to work on that and figure that out. That gave me some food for thought. And I haven't come to a conclusion about why at this particular time I felt really mad about it. I think maybe I'm mad partly about the fact that I still have that issue where carbs are really attractive to me and they taste good and I want them. I somehow want that problem to go away, you know? It's not going away. And I think, as I've mentioned before, one of the reasons that the slider foods are so attractive also is that for a real short period of time you get to eat like a normal person. When I can eat that much popcorn, I mean, you know, the foods I normally eat, like my turkey breast with cheese, or, you know, my protein drinks, whatever, they fill me up really fast, and I'm very acutely aware of the fact that I've had a sleeve and that I will never be kind of the same as other people in that respect. And so when I'm eating the slider foods, I feel normal. I feel just like a regular person. I'll let you know if I reach any conclusions about this. Meanwhile, yes, I did forgive myself and move on, and I didn't gain anything, and you know, I'm in a stall right now, but not because of that one day of popcorn and M&Ms. I will give you my numbers. I think the last time that I weighed in, I was 198, and it got into Wonderland. Yeah! And I am now, on the day I weighed Friday for my official weigh-in, I was down to 196.4. And so I had lost, I think I had been 198.4, and I got down to 196.4. So I had lost 2 pounds. And that's good. If I can lose 2 pounds a week from here on out as I'm getting closer to goal, you know, within 30 pounds of goal, I will be a happy camper. We shall see. I'll let you know when I weigh in again. Meanwhile, I do have something good to report, and that is I went to speak at the seminar, as I do. Twice a month I go and I talk to my doctor's group of potential patients, prospective weight loss surgery patients. And I did that last night, and I had a really wonderful thing happen. I went then to the support group, and which is on the first Tuesday that I go to. There's a support group afterwards, and a woman came up to me and she said that I spoke about a month after my surgery. I spoke probably the first time I did speak at one of those seminars, and she was there. And she was so inspired by what I said that she went to my YouTubes, and because I always tell them about the YouTubes. And she was inspired enough so that she is now scheduled for her surgery. She's gone through all the hoops, and she's coming to the seminars and the support groups in order to get support before her surgery. And that meant a lot to me, because I really am doing this when I go and I make these YouTubes, and also when I go and talk to the seminars. I'm trying to make a difference in someone else's life. And it really meant a lot to have her come up and say that. And she said that she loves seeing my beautiful warm smile, as she said, when on my YouTubes, and it comforts her. And she's getting information too, so hooray for that! I am very excited to do that, and my doctor was very positive again. He emailed me today that he'd actually like me to listen to the seminar and actually give him some feedback about the seminar itself. I had made a couple of notations that some of the stuff the nutritionist, for example, says is flat out not true as far as I can tell. At least it didn't relate to my experience. And he, when I mentioned that to him, he was very interested in hearing my feedback about the information that they put out and how real it is to the real patient. So I'm excited to be involved in that kind of a thing. I love working with people, and obviously I'm very happy with the surgery I had in spite of my carbohydrate issues. And I would love to continue to be involved in helping other people as they face their surgery. So I think that's where I'm at. I mean, I know one thing I wanted to put out to all you guys is when I was sitting there before the popcorn arrived, which will never happen again, right, honey?
That's right.
Anyway, I was having this kind of feeling of restlessness, of wanting to nosh on something. And, you know, in the past when I was on a low-calorie diet, there's carrots, there's, you know, that kind of stuff that you can eat basically as much as you want of that will satisfy that oral need and that need to nosh. What can you do in a low-carb way that will do a similar thing, you know, where you can eat little bits of it over a period of time when you want to have something like that? I don't think it's just a question of learning to not do it. And if I could knit or something, that would be great. That's probably what I'd do with my hands. But I happen to use my hands to edit weddings and do some of my other work. And so that's not an option for me to knit or do something crafty. So I need some feedback from all of you guys about what kind of go-to foods you have for things like that. So that's it for me for this week. And I will come back and check in with you again next week. And it's always good to see you. I've been trying to watch videos and comment on them. And I will be back. And bye-bye.